Hi, I'm Kiana Ohlson, the Clinical Coordinator of Northside Hospital High Risk Program. I'm honored to be here with my patient, Melissa Robinson. Melissa is such a brave and inspiring person who is joining us today to share her personal experience with the BRCA2 gene. It's something many people have heard about, but don't always fully understand. Welcome to the Health Couch, Melissa. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Thank you so much. Let's start at the beginning. What led you get tested for BRCA2 gene, and how did you feel when you received your result at first?
I got tested because there is a strong family history of breast cancer on my maternal side of the family. There are 3 generations. There's my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-aunt, and 2 of my aunts on my maternal side were diagnosed with cancer and underwent double mastectomies. Wow. So from that point, at my annual visit with Dr. Sufi, who I love, I've seen Dr. Sufi for over 20 years. She thought it was best that she refer me to your office to just be monitored a bit closer. You and I went through a deep dive of my medical history on both my maternal side and my paternal side. At that visit, I was a bit hesitant to move forward with the genetic testing because my aunt on my maternal side had already had that done and she came up as negative. So I thought I was okay. We got the results back, and I remember being shocked when you called me with my results. I think you and I both were a little bit shocked with the results of the positive BRCA2 diagnosis. At that point, I needed to process the information. I needed to take some time and really think about it and process. And so I asked you, I said, hey, Kiana, do you think it's okay if I just maybe schedule an in-person consultation with you where we can discuss this face-to-face? So you had asked me if it would be okay if my father, or if I thought that my father and my brother would be willing to test. And I said, of course they would be willing to test. Both of them did get tested, and they were, my father actually came back as positive, and my brother came back negative for the gene.
Luckily.
It gave us answers. It gave us clarity.
So you had the risk from your maternal side, which was a familial pattern of breast cancer. You were already at high risk, and now we found this gene that you inherited through your father's side. Did you think you can inherit this from your father?
I didn't. I was actually shocked.
Learning about your genetic mutation, BRCA2 gene, can be life-changing. It often means thinking ahead about cancer prevention, your family health history. When we talked through your options like increased surveillance, preventive surgery, lifestyle changes, what were some of your biggest concerns? And what gave you the confidence with the decisions that you made to move forward?
Physically, what the biggest change I would say is that I was 43 years old when I underwent my hysterectomy. They removed my ovaries as well as my uterus, and it put me into medically induced menopause. So physically, that's what has been very difficult, is the change in my body.
You had a double mastectomy.
I did have a double mastectomy. Emotionally, I would say I have a positive outlook. So I've taken control of my future, and I've drastically reduced my risk of ovarian cancer as well as breast cancer. So I feel positive about the future.
You have handled this so well, Melissa. From the testing stage to follow-up care, this journey came with many emotional challenges and moments. When did you feel the most supported or truly heard throughout this process?
I truly feel heard and supported with my appointments that I had with you and with all of my Northside doctors. Each time I met with you, you never rushed me to make a decision. You never pushed any opinions on me. You were always very compassionate and patient with me every time I visited with you. So I truly appreciate that.
What is your advice for someone who just found out that they carry the BRCA2 gene?
I would say just stop and take a deep breath and gather the information, take your time, lean on your medical care and your medical doctors, and just take the time to make a decision that feels right for you.
Absolutely. Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you, Kiana.